Alrighty. So this one is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to actually try to narrate what I do. Okay, so I just copied this Django folder. I'm going to give it a name of all the hatchlight trees have some sort of character name. I don't know about the G.I. Joe one actually, but and the trepidation, but in general they got some sort of character name. So I was trying to think what would be a character name in like a movie, you know. I don't know, I'm just kind of going blank. What's a good movie? We'll just call it Tommy Boy, or just Tommy, after Tommy Boy. And then I'm gonna switch this over to, well, I'm gonna have to actually copy it, I think, because I tried this one time and it did not work. Alright, so I'll just copy and rename. I'm gonna see if I can switch it though. Alright, switch. Branch. Well, I keep saying switch, but whatever. Tommy Boy. I don't think my working copy is as crazy as this is making it out to be. Okay, I think that's why I had a problem before, so I gotta just do this. I'm gonna take this guy, just kind of copy, rename to Tommy. Tommy Branch, Tommy Boy. Could just say Tommy Boy Branch. Alright, so we got a Tommy Boy. Now we can just, should be able to just switch. Tommy. I don't know if I wanted those things restored, because they were giving me problems. But I don't think I need them in this, what I'm about to do. So in this Tommy branch, what I'm going to do is create a new game based off of the game code base that RLR uses, the Django code base. And to do that requires a little bit of work. I don't remember everything that's involved, but most things. I just gotta kind of. One of the things that I do is I'll create a Tommy folder in here, because I'm not going to use any of the other folders like these scripts and resources. I'm not going to use the base ones. I'm going to use. Whoops. Yeah. Okay, so now we're in here. So inside Tommy, I'm going to create a resources folder. And in resources is I have to get all of these things copied. I think I gotta duplicate them or something. This is something I gotta refactor, but that's not what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to create a new game based off of Django. And just so I don't rename the wrong things, I'm just going to move them now. That's something I've had problems with before. The Django code base is interesting because it was made quickly, but it's a pretty solid game base. I'm not too fond of some of the choices that I made when I was coding it, but you do what you gotta do. All right, so this guy, you have to keep it as Django. But this is something that I really should change. But basically, you have to change some of these settings here. This is all stuff I would do a little different now, I think. Can't really copy. I was gonna see if you could copy that in. It would just take the name. That would be cool. But it doesn't. So what do we got here? We got this init stuff. I don't want any of the old levels, basically. Sorry, not the input. So, okay, here we go. In the player, I gotta change this to, well, I don't know what the name is yet, actually. And I don't really have an icon for it yet, so I'll just use something random right now. Not sure what texture to use, but basically, you know, it's just something goofy. I think it's fine, or like none even. Maybe I can select none. We'll go with none for now. And so what I'm trying to do right now is make this sort of offshoot. We'll come back to the name later. Make this offshoot, and I'm gonna throw it up on my itch.io page. Just kind of see what happens. But I want to use this code base so that I can take the code and keep using it. Plus, I can sort of do things with a longer term plan in mind, even though I'm kind of just making a quick game, you know. Alright, so we got those. Create a scenes folder. I'll just let's see here. I need prefabs too. This one, I call it game. I'm just sort of keeping things how they were in Django. These are some of the things I would want to change for sure. The panels, I'm gonna have to do something with the panels, but and I'm gonna want to copy them basically because I need the initial setup of each panel. But not to the panels yet. Where we at? Game prefabs. So we got the camera, the input, the startup, and that might be it. Okay, so take those guys, put them in prefabs. Game, I wanted them in game. And I gotta rename them, yes. I don't know if I'm gonna take this whole video and use the whole video or just use like parts of it, do some editing. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just sort of running with it. Alright, so I guess this is where really need all of this stuff. And I kind of don't like, them. There's a lot of stuff that I would change, like this, so I don't want to be doing any of the scene work. Really, you want RLR and all of these games just sort of load up into one initial scene, and then in there is something that picks it all, but that's not how it's set up yet, so that's not what I'm doing. Take out all these scenes. Like even the empty scene, I didn't actually use it in the other game, so I'm not going to use it here. I'll just leave that out. So in the init scene is the first level loaded, and in here I kind of don't want anything but maybe I'll have to get I mean, I don't really want the old environment. I don't want this RLR stuff, so I'll take that out. There's a blue sky. So the game starts looking at a blue sky. Good enough for me. Alright. I don't want any of these handlers right now. The loading one needs to change. I probably just take out that guy. There's like a little seam in there. It would be cool to get rid of. Okay. Whatever. I'm just going to leave it like that for now. And I'm going to rename this to Tommy. And here we're going to make a, I guess I made it in panels here. So we're going to make a, it's another one I got to do is, okay, so this guy, don't need any of this stuff, and I want this loading panel. We'll get to the other menus whenever. I don't really think it matters at this moment. So this is like a basic init level. It has some standard objects in here, so it's actually kind of pointless, but right now it's needed. And then this guy, I don't want that one. I want Tommy startup, and then I need to well, I guess it doesn't really matter, but I don't think I want the Django startup script on it. I want a different one. And then here, I don't want any of these things preloading because I don't care about them right now, I don't think. But that's like pre-caching some of the effects. They're supposed to anyway. I mean, I made it a while back. I don't even know if it works still. It's more of like an assumption. I think it's working. Alright, so this guy, get rid of all this, set the default, keep the default, and that's the startup. Alright, so Tommy startup is in there. What was the other scene? Transition. Oh, I think one of the big things in startup is Tommy init. I mean, I guess I could have just kept these names. Maybe that's the best thing to do, actually. Let's just do that. Alright, this is just silly. Because I think a lot of the game relies on them just being called init startup transition. And then it needs them in the build settings, so that's it. So that's your init startup transition. So I'll just leave those as they are, init startup transition. And I think that was also in the init here, init startup transition. So you can set them there, but see, if you don't go through these levels, aka you didn't load the game from a build, you're not getting all of these things. So there's some things that look for the name stupidly, but that's how it is. Again, that's just how it is. Okay, startup. Alright, I think that's it, basically. Now you have a game named Tommy in the Tommy folder. So now what the other thing would be, I guess it would be wise to get rid of this stuff. I don't need all of this shop. I don't need any of it, actually. We're just going to leave it blank. Whoops. I don't know what that not... Like, you're going to purchase the shop? Alright, so we don't have any of this stuff. I'll just blank it out, I guess. I don't know if I want to delete it. I want to kind of remember that it was there. So this is the iPhone version. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Tommy boy. Hey, well, whatever. We'll just keep these the same, and then I'm going to take these and take the leaderboard stuff out and the intro outro. I'm not going to use any of that other stuff, I don't think. Okay, so I'll just blank them out like I did the others. And this one we'll just make one level. One level. So just one act, one chapter, one level. The sort of act, chapter, levels thing is an RLR thing. It would be nice to switch that up, but this is how it works right now. I keep saying that, I know. So these I'll change. So then you got the next thing is, so if I go into here, so there I'm going to name that, okay, so Tommy, I don't know what level to open, to be honest. 9, random. Which one is 9? Oh, this one actually was one of my levels, so I'll run with this one, just because I'm more familiar with it. Although I don't really want anything in there. What am I talking about? But you know, you got these things. So here we go. Tommy scenes. Put this in the build settings, and then now I get to delete all of this stuff. I think the only thing I really want to keep is the end. although it doesn't really matter. So pretty much everything, but there were two endings to this level, which nobody probably even knew about. But basically it's like a secret down there that I'm just giving away in this video. But right on. Okay, so this is now, that's how that whole game plays out because of this player start and then the Django hero here. And I think if I hit play right here, it might throw the Django game in instead of the other game. So that was a mistake, if you will. Hitting play was not a good idea. Okay, so anyways, it works though. Chopping heads off. Oh, that secret's hard to get to. Alright, so that's that level. There you go, just gave away the secret. Uh-oh. And then the secret is you die. Okay, so there we go. So what I need is a new Tommy character. Alright, I need to make a, we'll just call him Tommy. Player start. Tommy. Go down here to the game prefabs and drop him in. Tommy. And then this guy needs player hero. And so this guy, we'll call him Player Tommy. Put him in the game there. Alright, gotta reset that position there. Put Tommy in that spot. Okay, so then this guy needs a character. Player. Character, player. Put Tommy down here. So then the look of the character comes from this model prefab, which is this guy. But this model could be changed to anything. Right now it's, you know, these Rescue, Love, Revenge style characters. His head is right there, and then we do some sort of material swapping and things like that. So we put the head onto the character. You know, like take the head and put it on there, because then we can cut them off. Basically, so we can cut them off. But also, it came in handy for creating variations in the characters, you know. Even if it's just a little bit. Got different hair for the female character. You know, like hats, really. Because we're not really cutting the head off of the female. But the grizzle and the regular character they get, because the enemies. Okay, so the enemies in this game, this bandit just uses the hero, but with an enemy swap. And the enemy swap gives them like red eyes and things like that, and darker colors. You know, it's like vibrant or, you know, dim. So here we got Tommy. Camera Django needs to be new camera. A little trick there to put camera in there. You know, if I actually put the Tommy game in here, it'll run the Tommy game instead of the Django game. But granted, it's the same exact game, except there's no menus. So the only thing that keeps them separate is the game object itself. Everything else sort of just still works. They're all using pretty generic character classes, and you know, the character people that you see are the same characters as the armadillos, for example. And there's no music there. There's no menu. No game over. So the game is pretty fluid. It just has to be guided a little. What I'll do now is just get rid of all of that stuff. We got the level end. Level end. Don't need any of this stuff. Level end is good. I like a good level end. But alright, so then also that needs to go away. Here we go. All of the mountains here, take those away. What is the secret? Oh. Forgot there's like something to block off the character. For no reason, really. I mean, for testing reasons. Okay, so take out the path, sound effects, trigger deaths. I don't really need any of those either, but I'll just keep one in. I'll just make it, you know what, I'll not keep one in. How about that? I'll put this away. No way. I don't need any of y'all. Okay. Coins and breakable blocks, we'll just take those away. And the characters, don't need any of the characters or the audio. So now we got, okay, still got some sections. I'll just, sections were kind of rare to only my levels anyway, so I'll just take those out. So now what we'll have here is a character falling. Obviously. That's interesting. He sort of tries to run and then he's like, oh, I'm falling. No, okay, I'm falling. So step one might be to, because I don't really, the sky is new. We used to have the other skies, so this is just some blue sky that I made to sort of go along with the other ones. So we can make a new sky here, actually called, I'll just call it Tommy, just to keep things consistent. Those, I think, are in the game prefabs. So now we got our own little, okay, skybox mountains. We'll take this and change this to skybox Tommy. Move this into, okay, so I gotta move this into materials folder, which I gotta make. Materials. You know, I'm gonna need a lot of folders actually, but I don't want it in here. I know I'm gonna probably need textures. We'll see if I end up making a texture here. But Alright, so this guy, I'm at 0, so we're good. So now I can change these render settings and it'll change this scene's render settings. To be honest, I don't want to make any more levels than just this one. I know it's Act 1, Chapter 1, 001, but I think what I would like is just for this game to be in this one level, and then everything else is created dynamically, or it's an endless game or something. So I don't want to make any more levels than just this one for now. And I don't know what the game's going to be. So if I go back to the player, the player is just a player script. I don't know what all it does in terms of specific to Rescue Love Revenge. I don't think it does much. It's like a player that could have a character. Okay. Okay. There's a lot of null checks. I'm obsessed with null checking because I'm it's like if you don't have time to make sure it's valid, then I don't care. Alright, so player Tommy, hold on. So if I wanted to make a new character, I don't know what characters we have in here. There's some like test stuff that we have from way back. But if I just threw a different model on this character, or if I just say I just number one, get rid of the hat because he doesn't have that hat. Okay. The hair, hat, mask, and these weapons, I can't have him using the hatchets as well. So and then if I just did like a matte replacement with something, let's see, what's a random, I'm trying to think of something that might actually work in here. Explosive. If we go to fairy dust, what does that look like? I wonder. I don't think it liked that. Oh, I never changed to Tommy here. So now he's like some ghosty guy. And the head, they get sort of done differently, so you have to do the fairy dust matte replacement here too if you want both objects to be that. Wherever that okay, so there's fairy dust. Very subtle. And he's just doing the RLR animations. I don't think fairy dust is the right thing to go with. I need a preview in here. Alright, so there's explosive man. Make it where you're playing as the hero. I mean the enemy. Go with like that guy, but when he has a he's just a guy dressed in black, but with red eyes. If you keep him not red, but he is dressed in all black. The female ones are a little more vibrant, I think. If I remember right. See them, Swimsuits! Swimsuits! Oh, that's good. This is swimsuit mode. I feel like the swimsuit mode might be the way to go. because it just makes sense. Like he should be out swimming. Look at those legs though. His thighs are like he's got like Popeye arms and legs. Like he is the spinach doesn't affect his biceps. It's only his little calves there. Those are gigantic. Now I do have this thing called megafires, which I was wanting to look into because I could potentially use that to alter stuff. But this is interesting. The swimsuit. All right, so we I didn't realize that the boots. I mean, I know that. Okay, so we should have separated out the boots. I didn't really think of that one. These, these boots. Look at these boots. Oh, I can't tell what's going on with his feet. All right. I don't know why this is funny to me. All right, so. Oh, female 01. Okay, so that's. I guess. I wonder if the whole thing is like that, where it's just sort of tied to the skin. Okay. So maybe we'll just use the RLR hero character. It's in red. I mean, his boots are still tan. I guess they're like brown though. That's funny. Okay. Okay. What is the where is there's some gizmos here. So the interesting thing there is how off his model is from the from the so that's a kind of a bug. It should not be like that. And granted this is mainly for walking and stuff, but it still determines what you hit and things like that. My point is that for the other modes that might be like sniping and shooting, you'd have to not use that square here. This square, you'd have to use different hitboxes, I think, for proper shooting mechanics. Alright, so I need to not use this character here. It needs to just be like a whole different character, I think. We don't do the hero head here. We don't okay, so let's say I took that character. I don't know if it's scanned or not. I need to put create. Where's my little? I guess there's no like cube right there. I thought it would be right there. Where? What? Where are my just standard? What am I? Am I losing my mind? There we go. 3D object. I guess the 2D object thing threw me off, I guess. I don't know. So just to make sure that I can actually run in this thing. I like how I... It's like that pose is almost like riding something. You know, like you could put that on the horse. So, hey, guess what? Got a horse model. I wonder if this could work. Wait, what are you doing? Stop. Stop! I don't know if this is the one that's animated, though. I don't know why I just hit play. There's no way this is animated. Pow! Pow! Alright, so all the animations are set in here as well, and things like that. Like this, got a key character cowboy. There's a key is somewhere else. I think mainly for placing objects and things. There's like a team. This character type is more like a team. So like so if I was the Grizzle and I put one of those character bandits in there, I wouldn't actually be able to kill it, because in the real game the bandits are sided with the Grizzle, or yeah, and then there's this other enemies that are, let me see, what am I looking for? Okay, just to make sure I'm thinking right. Yeah, save that. Don't want to lose that horse. No. No. So this guy gets his head chopped off when you leave. So he's part of the character type hero. So these are all like the hero types. And then inside here is the start. That's funny. It's the heart there. I don't know why I just never noticed that. I don't think I ever noticed that there's a heart. Okay. So the Grizzle's on that team, and the Grizzle kills the hero. Okay, so this guy's character type is more like the team. You know, who's alliance? You're alliance. I'm allied. I'm allied with Grizzle or hero. Is the hero really the hero? Or is Grizzle the hero? Or is it someone else? Yes, it's probably someone else. Grizzle. So I go back over here. Probably should not keep it as the horse. We had a horse that was animated. Maybe it's this guy. I'm just curious. Yeah, see, Mike made some good animations here. So really the thing to do would be to make a horse for real. So, horse, walk, run, idle. So if I get the horse back in there, I think it's time to make the horse level. Tommy the horse! Okay, I don't know about Tommy the horse, but it's gonna be the horse for sure. Okay. So the animated one is horse. This one I gotta be able to change. There's no left arm, right arm stuff. I don't know what happens if you just get rid of that. But ground. So this is what I need. Where's, okay, hold on. Where's, okay, gotta get over here. And the horse. No, FBX horse. Horse. Okay. And what I might do, you know, I don't know yet, but I might not keep it looking like this. It might just be a horse mechanic, but for right now, I'll just see about this horse, you know. I'll just make the horse over in RLR, and then I'll make this game Tommy that features the horse. Codename Tommy. Codename Tommy. Okay, so back to here. Horse idle. Horse idle. Horse walk. Wait. What did I do? 2 horse idles. Horse. What am I doing? Horse. 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 Okay. Whoa! Hey, watch it, pal. Sort of gets. Right in this 3 to 8, where he's like mixing. Alright, so now he is running. Horse idle walk run. Sweet. And see, you're not really ever going to go up to 16, but I find it interesting. Threshold might be more like 0.1, to be honest. Where is, hold on. Okay, wait. What am I doing? Okay. I don't think it's going to work out like I'm thinking. But either way, there's a horse. That's awesome. So now, how to use the horse. Go back to ground. Up. Air. Air poses. I'm going to have to get fancy with the air poses. gonna have to be some frame in air or in a run, I think. Because I'm not sure what's gonna happen with the air. I might have to wait. But there's like a jump, and then there's the pose. And it's oh yeah, and it's based on which direction you're going. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do there. To come back to that. Why don't we just find out what happens when you run with the horse now? Whoops. Okay. And this is something I hate too, is all of these things. I don't like it. I don't like it. Horse idle. Horse idle. I don't have any of those other ones. Horse idle. Horse walk. Horse idle. Wait, yeah. Attack, attack, run, okay. Horse run. Actually, I think the main thing I need is just to change this guy to a horse. So then you got the horse. I shouldn't have deleted the plane. Whatever, I'll just make a cube instead. Yeah! Jump! So what I could do is, you know, in these characters, there are options, and one of the options, I'm just gonna have to, alright, I'm just gonna have to wing it. And controllers, go back to the horse, air, attack pose, just go with horse run. That's really all I could do, you know. Horse run. Sorry. I guess it's probably the jump attack. It's gonna, because basically it's gonna, when it'll work in the air. Okay, so probably in those jump attacks, I guess. Jump attack. Back to the motion crap. Anything that says jump attack. See, I don't think it uses deadfall anymore. But we're going to switch those over to the run. Knockdown, horse, run. Horse run. I'm just gonna use the run for now. No big deal. Just gonna use the horse run everywhere. So he's like jumping off things. He's gonna be horse running. Too many of these things. Would not do this again like that. I mean, you gotta set them. No big deal. Whatever, right? Wrong. No, you're right. Jump, pose. You're floating. It's gonna be the run, but some of these things have been overridden with oh, come on. Death, death. So I don't think this is used at all, actually. So I'm gonna have to go back to the controller because I don't think this is actually where it's done. You got the horse run. I need like more like a pose. Whatever. It's all these things that I don't have right now, so don't worry about it. Right? Okay. Base. Here's the jump. Okay. Like all of that stuff just doesn't matter anymore, basically. Okay. Whatever. Pretty basic thing there, but this would allow you to make multiple horses, really. Um, you know, this is not limited to just this. This is you could make a character horse by itself, like have some AI and stuff. So let's it's interesting. It's like I just broke it. Just whatever I just did. You make this cube 10,000 and it will break. So explain that one. Okay. Well, Tommy the horse. Congratulations. That's probably going to be the game at first.